Hey there, it's Kevin, the Gypsy Medic. So this is another one of my motorcycles. This is a 1981 Suzuki GS1000GL that's in superb condition. I mean, there's a little bit of kind of that surface pitting on just a few places. But if you look at the fenders are great. The exhaust is a 4-into-1 Vance & Hines. So up here on the bend, there's a little bit of surface pitting, but when you get down here, it's nice, it shines. The tank's in great shape. It's got 4 individual carburetors with like a K&L or K&N type air breather, individual for each one. I bought this bike in 2009, and I rode it. It was my primary bike for about 3 years until we bought my Kawasaki Vulcan Nomad 1600. It's a great bike. It runs great. I had the carburetors rebuilt. The only thing that's kind of a downside on this bike is both of these side panels. Now you got to remember, this bike's 42 years old, well, 43 years old. It's an 81 model year. A couple of these little buttons that pop into the rubber have broken or they've cracked. So this one's in pretty good shape. It does have one that's broken off though. And over here on this one, I've had to use a little, in 2 different places, I've used just a zip tie to put them in. I've got a battery tender plug that sticks out there. So you can see this thing's in really nice shape. That plastic with those little white dots where a little bit of the paint has come off, that's the only real area. When you look at this gas tank, it's beautiful. All original. I don't think the Vance & Hines exhaust was original to these. Although I had a 82 GS1100 EZ that had the same exhaust, so maybe they were. You can see it's got disc brakes in the rear, disc brakes in the front, which was pretty innovative back then. What you just heard fall are the original handlebars. So these handlebars are not super comfortable because of the way your wrist bends on them. So I put a pair of regular handlebars on them. I think it was last year. I rode this all last summer. My Nomad was in the shop being rebuilt, and they had it for about 6 months because of the issue with getting parts. And as you can see, it's got 22,485 miles on it. It's got a fuel gauge, tachometer, oil, turn signal, neutral indicator, manual choke because it is carbureted. The choke, you got to hold the choke out a little bit when you first start the bike, but again, it's a 42-year-old choke, right? So this bike has sat all winter. So I have not warmed this bike up for this video. Now, one of the other things you'll see about this bike that's a little different is this backrest. So this backrest is adjustable. It's got 2 knobs, one here, one here. I can loosen that, slide it back for my wife, or I can have it forward like I do to lean back on it myself. The only other thing cosmetically with this bike is I just noticed it today. Over the winter, the seat cracked a little bit here in a couple of those seams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a chest rig on so I can put the camera on, and I'm just going to take it down the road and back so you can hear it run. It's not registered. The registration ran out the end of March, which is my birth month. So I'm not going to take it for a long ride, but I'm just going to take it down the road and turn around. So with these handlebars, you can sit up But also, whoops, like I said, I put a pair of risers on here as well, but I can sit up. I'm leaning back against my backrest, super comfortable. Not only has the bike not run all winter, but I haven't driven it, so it rides a little different than my KLX and or KLR rather. But it's comfortable too, you know, you can nice long ride on it if you wanted. So anyways, that's my GS1000GL, and I am selling it. So if you're interested, give me a holler.